You're asking me to do some crystal ball gazing in terms of what's the future of social media. Um, I think I can barely look ahead for the next 2, 3 years, maybe. There's such a dynamic space that if you ask me to look anywhere beyond, it's going to be a tough call. But I'm reminded of a conversation I was having at a client's place, and remembering that how maybe 10, 12 years back there used to be in companies a designation of a person called an email operator for the company. So all the email will come there, and then action will be taken. And today you see that everybody has email. We have multiple accounts and all that. So I reckon social media will go the same way. Today we think that there's a corporate Twitter handle and a brand Twitter handle and all that. I think it's only a matter of time, maybe in a couple of years, where everybody will have a Twitter handle, and like a phone number, you're on Twitter and doing conversations. In that manner, the basic social media, you can say conversations, interactions, will not be such a big deal after all. It will immerse itself as a part of routine life. You may still have a social media marketing angle which is different, but in terms of engagement, interaction, maybe any person from the company can go ahead and reply to a Facebook request or whatever. So that's one clear shift which is almost definitely going to happen, that it's going to be not a big deal. But the other interesting aspect to understand is that whether you are a person or you're a brand, you're getting to a space which is a one universal mass. When you think of Facebook for an individual, today, in life we have different circles. So we may have relatives, we may have school friends, we may have friends from college, we may have colleagues, we may have friends in our locality, we may have cousins, we may have friends who are outside India, and all of them are in certain different pockets as far as our life is concerned. And we have been behaving differently with each of them because of our comfort zone and because of history. So if it's your colleagues, you may have a certain behavior. If it's your seniors in the organization, you may have a different behavior. Maybe your teachers, you had a different behavior and different character or different personality you presented to them. And then Facebook happened, and gradually, slowly but surely, you started adding all different kinds of people to your friends list, and suddenly on your Facebook, you're connected with everybody. So when you put out an update, there is a certain character of yours which is being presented in your update. And it's that one character going to your school friends, your college friends, your colleagues, your seniors, your relatives, everybody. So you got to deal with that. The point is that today some of us have also been a little cautious of not putting too much because of this whole awareness. But it's only a matter of time before those bonds will be broken, and you will say, okay, this is one world, let's just go and talk. Whatever happens, people, let them accept me as I am or not accept me. So that change, that is a fundamental behavioral change which is going to happen. It has a social extension, that you start thinking of everybody as one mass and say, okay, this is who I am, I'm clear. Now, the same thing applies for brands. Today, as a company, the company may be really sort of ruthless with its vendors and tries to squeeze everything out and does not pay them in time, or with its agencies. Sometimes they may have a certain different tough look with their employees, and yet outside in the marketing world they will come out and look really the best, the most humble and noble brand that ever existed. Now it's obviously a disconnect from what you're trying to portray in your marketing world and what you are in your role as an employer and what you are as your role as a customer. You are all different. You manage to get away with it till date. Unfortunately today, a brand is out there and all their different constituents are equally present on the social media space. A vendor can go and write something about you and on your brand page and impact your reputation, or the other way around. So considering that change, brands will need also to become one unified mass and assume a certain personality which is consistent across all their different stakeholders, Now that is going to take some doing, and that is the social contextual behavior change which I foresee happening, forced out of fundamental movement and social media becoming more and more involved and present in our lives. So while, I mean, in terms of future of social media, I could say mundane things like Facebook may become bigger and Google Plus will disappear or whatever. All those are mechanics, those are details, and that may happen, they may not happen. But what is important is at a consumer and at a brand level, at an overall social impact level, what changes will happen. And I think this uniformness, the oneness which is going to come about is an interesting change which we should see in how it impacts behavior, how it impacts behavior of a person, how it impacts behavior of a brand will be very crucial facts to watch in the next year, 2 years, 3 years.